there, it's me, Lottie, and today what I wanted to share with you is the process by getting a mushroom identification. Now, I don't know a lot about different mushrooms, the ones that are edible versus the ones that are toxic, and all the different categories. I'm just now starting to learn, but what I have found out is that there are a few key steps in getting an accurate mushroom identification if you want to share it in maybe a Facebook group that knows how to identify mushrooms, or if you wanted to contact someone who knows their stuff about mushrooms. They're going to ask some certain questions, okay? So that's what I'm going to share with you today, and let's just see how it goes. Okay, these popped up in my lawn, and I'm going to cut them so that I can make a spore print. Every time I get excited about some mushrooms, it's like I don't know what they are, and I don't know how to take a spore print, but now I do. We're going to look underneath here and see, and hopefully through the help of my Facebook group can get some kind of identification on these. I'm not sure if they're edible or not. Of course, I would never eat to find out. And I don't know if they're old or not, because if you can see, this one has this hole in the middle, and I am not sure if that's how they grow or if that's because they're old. Anyway, we're gonna learn, right? Right. So I'm moving a little bit of the fungus off of the top. They popped up and the fungus just kept on, moss just kept on growing, right? All right, so let's do this one and cut it at the base. I turned it over. It's got a few little bugs on it. Ew. But, we'll see. I don't know yet whether these are gills or what these are underneath here. I don't know my mushrooms very well. Let's cut these up. Cutting enough so that I can make these spore prints on different colors of paper. So I think these might be old. Looking at how the stem is kind of open like that. I don't know. But we shall learn, right? Let's see the big one. Oh. Big one. And this little guy. Okay, there we go. I cut them all up. And now we're going to take them in the house and put them down for some spore printing. So I have cut these and take them in the house, lay them down. These are the smaller ones. I had to do it in 2 batches. And I think I'm going to cut one of the smaller ones, or one of these, in half lengthwise, because I think that helps the interior flesh color or texture can help identify them as well. So I also seem to notice, not on these as much, seemed like there was like a milky substance on some of them. We'll see. So what I have done here for a spore print is laid them on brown paper as well as white paper. I learned this the hard way. Some mushrooms have a white or very pale spore print that really won't show up on white paper. So this time I'm hoping to have, been proactive with that. So I think I'm gonna take this one. They look like donuts, don't they? This one looks so cute. It looks like a fairy, I don't know. It's so perfect with this moss growing out of it and stuff. Anyway, I'm gonna cut this one in half to see what the inside looks like. And there you go. That's why I said they might be old, because of how the stem has gotten hollow. But it's still a good learning process for me to figure out, hopefully eventually, what these are. Okay, so here we are the next day. I'm about to check and see if these have laid down their spores. Now, I will say I have since pretty much learned the identification of this mushroom, and I will say that it is not edible when it's raw, and it requires some pretty intense preparation to eat it cooked. So I would stay away from this one. It is called a woolly milk cap, or in the milk cap family. Now, I'm very new to mushroom identification, and this is just me learning the procedure for getting an ID from those who that know what they're talking about. So let's lift this one up and see if there's a spore print. Okay, so there's a little bit of a spore print. Not a full, beautiful one though. But I mean, at least it's there. I can see that this leaves a white spore print. What happens is the mushroom drops its spores from the cap, which is how it reproduces from what I understand. So there's a little bit of a spore print. Let's see what it looks like. It probably won't show up on the white paper, but we'll check it out just to be sure. That's just moisture right there. That's not the spore print. So I can see that. Can you see that pale yellow? That would be the spore print. So that is how you take a spore print. You carefully cut the mushroom, you lay it on paper overnight, and it'll drop its spores. Sometimes the spores are light, so I learned from the hard way to do a dark paper and a light paper, just in case. So yeah, I hope that was helpful and fun. Those are the steps involved. I learned that you want to take a picture of the top of the mushroom, the bottom of the mushroom, and take a spore print. There are other questions like, do they have gills or not? And are they attached or not? And there's so many other little nuances, but at the most basic is taking a picture of the top of the mushroom, taking a picture of the bottom of the mushroom, taking a spore print, also noticing possibly how it smells, and does the stem react in any kind of way once you cut it, like does it ooze any kind of a liquid or something like that. Very preliminary mushroom identification how to, but I wanted to share. As I learn, you will too. All right, so I will see you at the next video. Take care.